The Daily Purge. How you doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic. It's Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah. How you doing? Oh, I got the wrong logo up there in the corner there. Let me change that back. Put Humble Alpha. There we go. See how quick that goes? Pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. The logo right here. I can change it. Pretty cool. And yes, so anywho, what is going on with you today? I hope you're doing wonderful. You can also put the have one up there. How's that sound? What do we have? But that blocks the book. No, that's not good. We'll go back to Humble Alpha. How's that? All right, buddy. All right. So let's do this today. So I want to talk about focus versus visualization. Let me share this around real quick. So focus versus visualization. Why am I talking about that? Because people talk about setting goals all the time. You have to focus, laser focus. And you know what I think about laser focus, right? Laser focus is what's going to draw you away from actually seeing the full picture of what you need to see in order to receive the things that are out there waiting for you so you can accomplish your goal easier and with more elegance, I guess you could say. Yeah, beautiful. And that's what people say, but focus is not is not the most powerful one, if you ask me. It's visualization. Visualization means you're going to look at something, you're going to visualize it, feel it, taste it, smell it. And when you do that, it's setting it into your brain as something that's already happened. And the reason you want to do it as something that's already happened, because then your consciousness, your subconscious, will pick it up as if it's real. And if your subconscious picks it up as real, it will feed your conscious to make it feel like it's real. And when that happens, guess what? It actually happens. You actually end up doing what you wanted to do in the first place. So if it's the intense visualization causes the stream to be straightened, the stream of consciousness to be straightened so that it takes the most direct route to your goal, not the focus, right? Not the focus. Visualization. What kind of life do I have when I'm there where I want to be, right? What does it look like? Visualize that. Visualize it. Not focus on how do I get there, because the how doesn't matter. We always talk about that 100 times. 100 times a day I talk about that. The how doesn't matter, right? It's about the picture that you paint at the other end of your journey, right? Or in the middle of your journey, depending on how far ahead you want to be. It's for me, it's a simple process. And the key is that life success needs repetition, right? It really needs repetition. So if I look at that, call it a slide, right? That visualize. Once I visualize it, it should stick. That should be my visualization. And you shouldn't change it, because if you change it, then you got to start over again. Like the universe is like, okay, what do you want, right? And this is why a lot of people don't reach goals, is because they're looking at how to get a thing instead of visualizing on what their life will be like once they have the things that they want, right? What does your life look like? And what kind of a life do you have? Someone who can afford those things that you want, maybe, right? So it's not always about, I need $1 million. Well, what's $1 million look like, right? What's it? Is it a vault? How much does it weigh? Do you know? No. How about someone who has $1 million in the bank, having a life of someone who has $1 million in the bank extra all the time? That's different than saying, I want $1 million. See what I'm saying? What does that look like? It looks like you have a house. In your house, you have an office. In that office, you have a computer. On the computer, you can see the $1 million on the computer in your different accounts. See what I'm saying? That's visualization. That's the difference between saying, I'm going to save up $5 a month or $5 a day for the next 300 years or whatever, and then I'm going to make $1 million, whatever it is, right? This is the difference. This is what difference between visualization and focus is, right? Focus, of course, sometimes we need to focus, like hardcore. But if you focus too long and too much in one area, you're not going to see all this out here. And as I say 100 times, and I repeat myself because it's so important, is that we need to train ourselves to ask ourselves, what does that mean when, like, I just saw something, or I just felt something, or someone said something like in passing and stuff, and it sort of made me move. It moved me. Something happened, right? I feel something. I do that all the time. Like, I'll think like, I better not leave that there, or I'll forget it. And as soon as I think that, I'm like, okay, that's a sign that I'm going to forget it. So I better not leave it there. So I take it. So I sort of listen to my own thoughts, and like, I'll never forget. I had a Rolex, right? And I went into a sunbed in Hungary. It gets cold here in winter, and long dark nights. I like to get some sun, get some vitamin D. I went in there. I took my Rolex off, and I said, put it on the shelf, and I said, I don't want to forget this. Okay, I hope I don't forget this. Right? I put it down on the shelf, and I walked out and forgot it. Went back, it was gone. Of course, Rolex, right? Exactly, Tracy. Listen to your intuition. And I went back and it was like, I let it go. I'm like, okay, I guess I shouldn't. I guess I didn't need it, right? So if it's not here, I don't need it. Didn't bother me at all. It was crazy. But from that point on, I realized when I get a thought like that, it's trying to tell me something. It's the universe saying, hey, dude, wake up. Hey, man, this is going to happen. Hey, man, check this out. Hey, man, pay attention here, pay attention there. So if we constantly remind ourselves that when we hear, feel, see, some kind of shift, like, whoa, why am I thinking that? Be conscious of it. Be conscious of it. It's also, if you have resistance to doing something, or you have doubt or fear or animosity or anguish or whatever, it's typically not a good idea to do that thing, because it's coming from the brain or from a thought based on something from the past instead of coming from the true source of creation. So when you want to create your own reality, you're creating from new. You don't create from past, right? You don't use the past to create the future. You can use lessons from the past. But as I talked about before, the subconscious mind is controlled by the other three minds, and all those three minds are the past, right? So you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over. In order to change that, you got to realize, what are the signs I'm getting right now? What am I receiving every minute of the day when I'm walking down the road, talking to people, seeing things, doing this? And I look beyond the scope of what I usually look. I listen beyond the scope of what I usually listen. And you're going to start seeing and hearing things that are going to start changing your life. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's a lifelong journey. Don't get me wrong. I'm not there yet. But I know I'm going to get there, to the point where I know I can dictate my reality every minute of the day. I can dictate if I'm upset. I can dictate that I can be happy, right? If I need money, I can dictate that I get money. I do it all the time, right? I don't worry about money. It doesn't mean I have a lot. It just means that when I need it, I know I got it. That's kind of life. See, that's the picture I painted for myself a long time ago. First picture I painted was always to have enough, right? So I always had enough, just never too much. I always had just enough. If I needed something, I literally had to go out and get it before I had the money, because then I knew if I got it, that the money would follow. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, okay, I need to go to Peru the first time, right? It's $4,000 or whatever it was, or $5,000 or whatever it was, including flights, like $8,000. I'm like, I don't have $8,000 right now, extra. Well, if I book the flights, then I'm going to have it, won't I? So I booked the flights and booked everything, and boom, 2 days later or 3 days later, I made the money. That's how I used to do it, right? Crazy. So be careful what you wish for and what pictures you paint, right? What's up, Pookie? What's up, my beautiful girl? Huh? You want to show him? Show him. Yeah, show him. Oh, she's painting Easter eggs. Very talented artist, very talented singer, and a very talented dancer and gymnast too, right? You're running around today. All right. So I hope that helped you guys out in the difference between focus and visualization. And I think that it can do you a service if you pay attention to what's going on around you. Oh, there we go. She's painting one of the little chicks and the eggs. Awesome. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I like the other one better, though. That one, it's still wet, though, so be careful, because if you turn it up, it'll going to run down. Yeah? Oh, that one's not bad either. That one, I like that one. It's beautiful. All right, everybody. You have a fantastic one. Thanks for tuning in, as always. And remember, it's all about
Quality life.
There we go. Quality life. And Maxie says it too. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic one.
Hi.
All right. Show us her European Easter egg, she says. Well, these are wooden Easter eggs. Let me show you this one. These are wooden Easter eggs that they use to paint instead of the actual eggs. So
be careful, because
it's still wet. So it's still wet. There you go, little chick. And then they have Easter signs that they paint. Here's one she made for me, which I absolutely love. I'll show it to you real quick. Really cool, right? And then you have the Easter signs that they paint as well, which is this.
It's marker.
Actually, it's marker. So it's a wooden sign, Happy Easter. And then they have markers on the back where you can color it in whatever colors you want.
I love coloring.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
okay, everybody. As we said, quality of life. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.